today's video is going to be a tag video. I am doing the my first time tag. No, this is nothing inappropriate or TMI in any way, shape, or form. This is a tag that has a bunch of questions about your first everything. First different kinds of stuff. So I'm hoping that you guys will get to know me a little bit better, maybe. Before I get started, I want to address a few fancy things. A few new additions I have in my background. Look at this little Lazy Susan thing, isn't it so cute? My mom gave me this for my birthday. It's got mirrors on it. So cute, right? And I just keep my some lippy stuff in there, and I love it. And then this canvas was actually painted for me by a dear, dear friend of mine who I went to high school with. It says, "Bloom where you are planted." If you watched my TMI tag, you know that that is my all-time favorite quote. She's been doing a bunch of calligraphy stuff lately on her Instagram. I will link it down below, and I'll pop it up on the screen right here so that you can go follow her because she's very talented. And I asked her to paint me a little something something that had that quote on it, and that's what she came up with. Isn't it so cute? I love it so much. And there's one more addition that you can't see. It's up there. It's right there. It's a sparkly silver canvas and it says, "Don't let anyone dull your sparkle." And that was another gift by my mother and my father for my birthday. And I love it, so I just thought I would show you guys some new decor that I got going on over here. So enough of my rambling, let's get straight into the tag. The first question is first tweet. I have no idea what my first tweet was. I just went on a scavenger hunt for my first tweet. I Googled it. I tried to figure out how to look at my first tweet. I cannot find it anywhere. I've had a Twitter since like 2011, I think, and I have maybe like 5,000 tweets, so there was no way I was about to scroll all the way down to the bottom. I don't know what my first tweet was, probably something really stupid. Next question, first YouTube video. My first YouTube video was, I think I called it my go-to warm toned look, and it was not very good, but whose first YouTube video is awesome? I'm sure there's someone out there whose first YouTube video was fantastic. Mine was not. First person you subscribed to on YouTube, that's easy. It was totally Kathleen Lights. She introduced the world of beauty YouTubing community to me. First Facebook profile pic. I'm sorry. Do you still talk to your first love? I don't talk to my first boyfriend anymore. Then yes, I would have considered him a love. I would have said that I loved him. But now that I'm married, this is weird. If I had to consider, my husband is my first love in my opinion, but like my first puppy love, no, I don't talk to him anymore. What was your first alcoholic drink? If we're gonna get really technical, my first alcoholic drink was when my dad was drinking a rum and Coke out of a McDonald's cup. And I said, "Hey Dad, is this Coke?" And he said, "Yup." And I said, and he said, "And rum." And I said, "Pfft." And I spit it out all over the place because it tasted disgusting. That is a 100% true story. Ask my grandma, I did a spit take all over her back deck. What was your first job? My first job was at Tim Hortons. And now you guys know where I'm from. And not just because of my necklace. Tim Hortons is like a chain, like bake shop. There's like donuts and stuff. If you don't know what it is, that's what it is. And that was my first job. What was your first car? My first car was a Honda Accord, and I rear-ended a pickup truck a week after I got that car. I wish I was kidding. Who was the first person to text you today? Cam, because he's the only person that texts me. Who was the first person you thought of this morning? Probably Cam, because I rolled over and there he was. Who was your first grade teacher? My first grade teacher was Mrs. Pearson, and she was so cool. I love her. Where did you go on your first ride on an airplane? I went to Florida. That's where all the other Michiganders went for their first plane rides. Where was your first sleepover? I don't remember. Probably at my house. I was too much of a wuss to go to anybody else's house, so it was probably at my house. What was the first thing you did this morning? Probably go pee. Isn't that the first thing that everybody does in the morning? I mean, what was the first concert you ever went to? Styx with my daddy when I was like 10. I don't really know how old I was. I know I was young enough for him to put me on his shoulders because he like put me on his shoulders so that I could look behind us and see all the people in the crowd. That was a fun day. First broken bone. I have never broken a bone. First piercing, my ears. Just my first little holes right here. I was maybe 8. First foreign country you've gone to? I'm trying to think. The first time I went out of the country was when I went on a cruise, so we went to a few different countries, so I don't know which one was first. I went to the Cayman Islands, I went to Belize, and I went to Mexico and Honduras. So those were the first countries that I went to. First movie you remember seeing? That was definitely one of the Toy Story movies. I don't remember which one. I think it was the second one though, because I think that I wasn't born when the first one came out, and then I think that I was like 2 when the second one came out. I don't know, it was one of the Toy Story movies that I saw in theaters for the first time. When was your first detention? I never got a detention. I was a saint. I was an angel. Who was your first roommate? My husband was my first roommate. I went straight from my parents' house to mine and my husband's house. I was 18 when I got married, so. What is the first thing you do when you get home? Probably pee. I don't know, I guess it depends on where I was. If I was grocery shopping, the first thing I do is set my grocery down. I don't know, it depends. When was your first kiss? I was 14 and I was in 8th grade and he tasted like pizza. And that is it, that completes this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any future videos of mine, and I will see you next time. Hey guys, so today's, whoa, calm down.